Radical.
Couple things to get in here. I'm going to smush a lot of these things together. First off, though, there was a funny joke. I don't know where I read it, but they said about the Tom Brady shutout, he had a tough game. The joke was his best throw of the game was the laptop toss. Oh, man, I about fell out of my chair laughing about that one. But let's talk about some NBA stuff. We're going to get into the Kyrie stuff in a second. But I'm looking at these Western Conference standings. You got the Suns 25-5. They shockingly beat the Lakers tonight. I'm shocked. Actually, I'm not shocked. They beat the Lakers by about 20 points. I'm shocked they didn't beat them by 30 points because the Lakers didn't have AD. They didn't have a lot of their other players, you know. LeBron, I'll give him some credit. He had 34 points on a sore ankle, you know, so he had a pretty good game. Isaiah Thomas, though, 1 for 13, I think. Yeah, woo. He was stinking it up. Yeah, I'm looking at all these seedings here. There they are. There's the Lakers, 16-16, back to 500, exactly where they should be. Let's go over to the Eastern Conference. You see, we got 2, 3, and 4, and 5. That's really close right there. All of them have 19 wins. So you got all of them in the hunt. And the Nets somehow are number 1, up by 2 games. So look at that. The Nets are number 1. And they don't have Kyrie Irving. They have not had Kyrie Irving. And James Harden, you know, he's not playing to his regular level because, you know, the sore hammy and everything like that. Or I don't know what the deal is with him. But you know what? I think Kevin Durant, he makes a case for MVP. He's putting that team on his back. He really is. I mean, he's playing like 42 minutes a game. And this is, I think, a big reason they're going to bring Kyrie Irving back to play road games. Now, there was a bit of a, standoff between the team and Kyrie Irving. They didn't want Kyrie Irving to come back as a part-timer because he refuses to get vaccinated and because of the mandates and everything and whatnot, he could not play home games. But he can play away games. He can. And I guess they figure, you know what, we can't risk it to have Kevin Durant risking to get another leg injury by playing 42 minutes a freaking game. And Kevin Durant's been playing amazing. Like I said, I mean, he's up there in like the MVP race, I would say, personally. So having Kyrie back, maybe that gives him a little bit of rest. Maybe they could literally rest Kevin Durant, a lot of minutes in the games versus really terrible teams. Because, yeah. I just don't know. I don't know what to do here. Because it's pretty obvious that they want to win a championship. The Nets are fully loaded and they're ready to at least make it to the finals. They didn't last year. They didn't make it to the finals. Wait, I say last year, but no, earlier in the year. Because they got beat by the Bucks and the Bucks went on to the finals. This thing is in contention, like I said, but the Nets, if they get Kyrie back, he's a great player. I mean, say what you will about Kyrie, he's a great freaking player. But when he gets back, I don't know if that's going to cause like a lot of issues with the team, but Kevin Durant, I think he pretty much runs that team. Now, I mean, that's his buddy. He wants his buddy back. Now, Kyrie has his own reasons for not getting vaccinated. He also thinks the earth is flat, by the way. Kyrie Irving is being incredibly selfish by not getting vaccinated in this instance. Because think about it. How many of you are ever going to be in a position to where you're making millions of dollars and your only job is to show up and play basketball? It's your only job. You're getting paid millions of dollars. You're on the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant, future Hall of Famer. You're the number 1 seed. And you have a chance to go to the NBA Finals and get yourself another ring. I don't see any scenario to where if you actually care about basketball, and Kyrie Irving should care about basketball because, he's Kyrie Irving. He's a great basketball player. And if you have a great friend in Kevin Durant, who basically one of the big reasons he went to Brooklyn was because he wanted to be with his friend Kyrie Irving. So I would think it's like a stab in the back, It's like putting a knife in the guy's back, because you're there with him and he wants you to be there, and you can't even get vaccinated for your buddy, for your friend, for your fellow teammate. That sends the wrong message to your team, if you're trying to sacrifice and get yourself a title. That's what the Bulls are there for. That's what the Cavaliers are there for. That's what the Bucks, they won last year. They're trying to get back into it. That's what all these teams are there for. So Kyrie Irving has to ask himself, what are you there for?